suppose that would help. Well, as usual, this is just waiting for someone to log in. And considering that I didn't do this last week, I'd hardly be surprised if nobody bothered. Right, well, I'll be back in a sec. There's no one here yet, so if you're watching the playback, you've probably got a few minutes to skip at this point. Well, let's just get on with it then. So we'll start with the usual guff. I'm really not feeling all that great, so I don't know how long this is going to go on for. And yeah, I'll remind you, I'll remind you, there's no one watching I don't think at the moment, but I do only have the one monitor, so I can't see the chat unless I minimise the game, which I'll be doing every now and then. Like so. We have Commander Quo and Casey have arrived, and Jules. So yeah, so I didn't do this last week because, let's face it, the release of 3.3 was an absolute clusterfuck, and even though the servers went up about half hour earlier than everyone expected, they were online at 5 UK time. By 6 o'clock they had completely fucking shit themselves and gone into total meltdown, kicked everybody off and wouldn't let anyone connect again. and it was around midnight before I was able to actually get in and play the fucking thing. And that carried on for a couple of days. It gradually improved, purely down to the number of people who gave up with it and just didn't bother trying again. And I wish I could say that was the only issue, but no. And then today we had the first of the badly needed updates. Yeah, that's gone well. I did try it out a little bit earlier. Yeah, there are still issues galore, including plenty of new ones. Well, I say new ones, at least one is an issue that I first encountered about 3 years ago. And then I encountered it again about 2 years ago. And it sounds like it has returned. Now, I might show that one. I really would rather avoid all of the like serious problems, but then if I was to do that, I probably wouldn't be playing this fucking game at all. No, certainly no surprises there. Jules just logging it to try the update now. Stay away from conflict zones, and yeah, be ready to be told on numerous occasions while you're playing the game that you are now entering a conflict zone, even though you are nowhere near one. In fact, if we have a look at... Okay, there's nothing in the contacts anyway. Alright, we'll check that when we're launching anyway. Now, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to be doing for this, because... yeah, I just don't know what I fancy doing. So, well, I'll have a look and see if there are any missions that grab my eye, if nothing else. I don't like, you know, doing missions to planetary services. I just can't be arsed with the long-winded landing sequence. Right, well, there's fuck all in the way of missions there, but I forgot I'm actually in the Het. I'm in old Western Orbital, my old haunt. So I'll go back to the new haunt, which is at Lybees. This is where I usually have the Imperial cutter stored. So let's go there anyway, and then if anyone has any suggestions as to what to actually do for this thing, then, you know, feel free to suggest them.
Landing restraints retracted. You may proceed when ready.
It looks like there are no ships of any kind here. No. So there are no ships in this entire docking station. There are also no ships, none of the security ships out here. Now there's a reason for that. The game is basically saying that I'm in a conflict zone. If you leave... actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. There's a ship that's just turned up here. Right, let's take a look at him. Aspect Explorer, and I have a feeling it is going to appear... yeah, lawless. As if we are in a conflict zone. This is the Het we are in. If we take a look at the so government patronage, it's not a lawless state, it's not an anarchy. Now there is a state of civil war here, but that doesn't matter. I mean, ever since 3.3 went live, it seems as though every single fucking system in the game is either a civil war or war of some description. So we'll head to Lybees once we are out of Matchlock. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are now leaving the controlled zone. Thank you, Commander. Have a splendid journey.
I mean, I am getting beyond sick of playing fucking games that have just glitch after glitch after bug, you know, throughout the whole fucking thing. I haven't played No Man's Sky for about 3 or 4 days because I'm getting sick of the bugs and glitches in that.
Fuel scooping.
Notice that the fuel scoop hasn't actually, the audio for the fuel scoop doesn't start. It doesn't seem to do the fuel scoop audio for any large ship, or at least none of the large ships that I have. So you can see there, I did the basic scan of that Cobra. So this is not a lawless system, but Lybees, we all know it's not a lawless system. Slow down a bit so I can scan all of these. None of them are going to be worth a great deal. I didn't get any data from any of those. I'm a bit surprised I haven't been told that I'm approaching a conflict zone yet. Well, it seems that this one's actually fucking worked. You fucking right. And we actually have the security ships here. So, I don't know, if it was the issue server side and they've sorted it, I'd be very surprised. And the ridiculous thing is, if you look on the forums where the people have reported that issue, neither the QA team nor the developers were aware of it.
Reduce speed to 100 meters per second.
What the fucking hell did the QA team actually do? It was affecting every station I went to. And yet no one at QA had encountered it at all. And if you look on the forums, you'll see that there were a huge number of players who had this problem. And yeah, but QA developers, no, they didn't know a fucking thing about it. As far as they were concerned, the game was working fucking fine. And now the game is completely locked up. It does this a hell of a lot, so no keys are doing anything, but it will eventually pick up and start running again. This lockup could, I know it can last a few seconds, it can last a couple of minutes. There you go, it's now started again. This has been going on ever since 3.3 went live. It can happen at any time. It's fucking ludicrous. Alright, well, let's see, you know, can I actually play the fucking game? Is it going to let me... Yesterday when I came here, the entire missions board was empty. Not a single mission from any of the factions. Yeah, that's likely, isn't it? 2.8 million. See, I don't normally bother with missions that are only paying 2.8 million, but so far it's the best one. Yeah, it is. Fuck it, right, well I'm not going to bother doing any of them, they don't pay enough. Let's change into the Sidewinder, I think you said there, the ASP. Old number wang. And for this, we will bugger off to Orare, which is where one of my new ships is. My fleet now consists of 12 ships. Sorry, I might as well show you. Gives me something to do. So, I mean, most of them are all, you know, exactly the same as regular viewers of my channel will recognise. But yes, I have a Python now, Thy Holy Strumming. That is up in Orare. That is put together as a data harvester. So I'll do a bit of that in a sec. I replaced my Orca with a Beluga. Obviously it's a passenger ship. I don't do a hell of a lot of passenger missions, but you know, I've got billions, so why not? Type 10, that replaced the Type 9 I had, because during 3.3 beta, if I had any cargo of any kind in my Type 9, I was being interdicted constantly. And trying to fight off an enemy ship when you're in a Type 9 and its only attacking weapon was a Class 2 beam laser, yeah, that's no fun. And I didn't do particularly well. So I changed it to a Type 10. It's only got half the cargo capacity of the Type 9, but it still has 256 tons. I mean, I've never got anywhere near mining 256 tons of anything, so that'll be plenty. The 512 tons of cargo capacity that the Type 9 had was complete overkill. And then yeah, the second new ship, although I wasn't that impressed with it in the beta, again I've got billions, so fuck it. So I grabbed the Mamba. That is supposed to have had a couple of changes made to it in this patch that came out today. So it's now a bit faster. I think it's a bit more manoeuvrable, but the heat levels have been increased slightly. I've got 2 Class 3 beam lasers fitted to that thing. I don't want the heat levels to be going up too much. Anyway, so yeah, that's what the fleet now looks like. Anyway, let's head up to is it that one? Yeah, head up to Orare, That's where the Python is. That's where I do my data harvesting. Alright, let's just, before we head off, okay now, right. This is the first Lukozer live stream I have caught. I haven't done that many, so yeah, that might explain why. I haven't done any retro videos for a while, but I will start them eventually. F1 videos, well, I'm certainly not doing any more F1 2018. I fucking hate that game. Pinball, I don't even have Pinball FX3 installed at the moment, so Commander Quo appears to be worse after the patch. Yeah, I'd say it is. Commander Binary can't even get the game to launch. There you go. Is that Mikey DC? Anyway, been looking on forums, seen some systems are still causing crashes on PS4. I hear the PS4 is the one that's been affected worst of all. Yours might gain locked up at the same time as yours. Yeah, the lockups are caused by the number of people accessing the servers. I think it's the chat servers. They've changed how they work, and yeah, it's not working too good. I hope that something that I was getting during the first couple of days was the chat servers not working properly, because I was getting all of the chat from people who were playing in either open or solo or private group, you know, regardless of which mode, but their chat was still coming through onto my screen. I don't want to read, you know, people's inane fucking babble throughout the game, no matter what system I'm in. So I'm hoping that was a fuck up and it's been sorted out. It hasn't been happening so much the last couple of days, so hopefully that is the case. Erodian Thorn, my game either locks up for 9 seconds or 21 seconds, no other amount of time. Okay, mine does seem to be pretty random, but yeah, there was one time it locked up for a minute, and I mean, I alt-tabbed out of it, and it was fortunate that I heard the game start up again, because otherwise I would have floated straight into the fucking star. I reckon the controls freezing is something to do with new dedicated missions. So yeah, I don't know if it's the mission servers or the chat servers or whatever, but yeah. And because I didn't encounter any of these issues during the beta, and I forget who it was who said during my last live stream when I was playing No Man's Sky that what were people expecting when 3.3 went live, and I said I expect a load of bugs that never appeared in the beta to crop up. What a shock. That's exactly what's happened. No data from him. I'm actually doing okay for data for once. I'm still somewhat used to the No Man's Sky controls, so I'm still flying about in this game like someone who has never flown a fucking ship before.
Please regulate your speed and accommodate oncoming traffic.
What oncoming traffic? There isn't any. Alright, I forget how many jumps it is to all 4. That's not bad.
You are cleared to resume predetermined flight path. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau, now signing off.
Up on the chat there, Abigail Hero has come online. Every time he comes online, he must be having some serious connection issues, because it appears he comes online. A lot of time, within 2 minutes, he's offline again. Then he comes back online again, and then offline, and this just repeats over and over until I think he gets the arse ache with it and just says fuck it and doesn't bother anymore. Right, while we're housekeeping, I don't know if I've been to this system or not. Well, if I have, I've already scanned. Well, there's nothing here to scan anyway, so... Now, when I did the video of Beta 1, I was not a fan of the new Discovery scanner. I must admit, I've grown used to it now, and I actually don't mind it. But it's not very intuitive, to put it mildly. It's not very newcomer friendly. But the thing that I do like about it is it does actually feel as though you are using quite a sophisticated piece of equipment. So it's not going to be just something you can just pick up and straight away you know exactly how to use the thing. I mean, okay, it's not massively complicated, but there's certainly more to do as far as using the Discovery scanner than there was first time around. Alright, now apparently this is a system that I haven't been to before. Yeah, there's a gas giant here, but it's not that one. They're all going to be blocked by the fucking star there. I would bet everything I own that I am going to be interrupted in the next 5 minutes. So yeah, everything else is behind the fucking star that I'm fuel scooting from. So let's get out of the way of that. Alright, try this again. Any of those? Okay, well there's the gas giant. Class 1, so not massively important or valuable. As you can see, I'm never exactly desperate to find out everything about the planet once I've scanned it. Just discover it and then piss off to the next one. No, another 6. Doesn't look like they're all around here, so where the fuck are they? There's one there. So we got where are you? Poxy fucking things. Okay, we'll have to check it this way. And right on cue. I've even hung a sign on the door saying recording. Totally fucking pointless. Anyway. This hasn't exactly been a great demonstration of how system scanning is now quicker than it used to be. Anyway, that's done. Now, this system I'm sure I have scanned before.
Makeshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
This is being slow, but it is loading now.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, while we're doing that. Oh, there's an Earth-like. I don't think I've done a surface scan of that one.
Fuel scooping complete.
So, we'll go and have a look at it. It is definitely worth doing surface mapping of any Earth-like or water world, and probably ammonia worlds, but I haven't come across one yet since 3.3 went live, because you will definitely get at least 500,000 for each one you scan, and on many occasions I've got over a million for doing it, and it doesn't exactly take a long time, so yeah, it's definitely worth doing. I do like to get fairly close to it. Oops, that's too far. That'll do. 6 pros efficiency target. I've never failed to get the efficiency target. It's so conservative. Alright, so I need another 17%. Shouldn't be too difficult. Just put one there to be sure. That should do it. Yep, there we go.
Surface scan complete.
Whoops, wrong fucking key. One jump to Aura. How far is it? I bet I can't sell. No, I fucking can't. 5.75 light years away. Won't be selling the data from this system then.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Okay, I had to take some cocodamol before I started this because my back is giving me absolute hell, and yeah, it's starting to take an effect. So yeah, I'm in a better mood than I was 5 minutes ago. Fuck's sake. Once I've docked here, I'll have another check and catch up with the chat. So now that I know there are actually people watching this for some fucking reason, Yeah, I'll remind you, I only have one monitor, so I can't check the chat unless I minimise the game. Now this system actually is lawless, so if I scan, do a basic scan of ships to try and get some data from them, this time when it comes up lawless, that's it working. I could have done a basic scan of that ship that just flew by. Why didn't I? Oh, you fucking piece of shit.
Scan detected.
Imperial Clipper, I've only got Class D shields on this fucking thing. Don't rate my chances, so I'm just going to bugger off.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, he's not going to attack me anyway because I'm not carrying anything. Why the fuck did you interdict me then? Why didn't you scan me beforehand, you fucking useless prick?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yes, I'm in one of only 2 ships that has pretty much derated everything. Of course, that's when I get random interdictions. Never happens when I'm in my Corvette for some funny reason. Well, that issue then with the
Take on Lima, Uniform Kilo. Greetings, Commander. Please approach the station at a safe speed and be mindful of other pilots in the area.
I hate that voice.
Request approved.
Sounds
Send
like
down a
she's
rapid
drowning in
band
snot.
401.
Anyway, yeah, it sounds like, or it looks like that issue then with the conflict zones all appearing outside every fucking base, or every docking station, is server side, and it looks like they've actually sorted it out. Fucking miracles will never cease to amaze me.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged.
Sort that out. Right, let's see how much that planet in... There you go. I scanned one planet, surface mapped, 865,000. I meant it when I said it's worth doing. Okay, so let's change to the Python then. And we want to go... is it not showing because I haven't launched in this ship yet? I hope that's the fucking case. It's way out by or 3. Anyway, let's have a check on what's happening in the chat then. What I like about the new Discovery scanner is that it's easy to complete scanner system. Yeah, that's. I assume you mean light seconds away, not light years, but I do tend to scan whole systems now where I wouldn't bother before. Yeah, same here. I don't I used to just, unless it was something like an Earth-like or Water World, I wouldn't scan anything. Now I do scan whole bloody things. Thought you were going to say cocaine. No, I do draw the line before that comes along. It would be useful to be able to manifest scan in Super Cruise. I've never had a manifest scanner, so I don't know. Well, I didn't know that you couldn't use them in Super Cruise. Right. Let's first of all make sure I've got the right groups ready. Now I'm going on the assumption that most of you have done data harvesting from megaships before.
Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
But just in case, I will explain what it is that I'm doing. Scan the ASP as well. Now the first time I did this, I made an absolute bollocks up of it. No surprise. There he is. That's the one we want.
Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, ever since then, I've had no problem with it. Again, it might be that I'm doing this somewhat conservatively. It also just occurred to me I forgot to get some limpets, so I'll just synthesize some. You do need limpets for this, because you need a... That's my chair falling apart again. You need a recon limpet controller. If you don't have one of those, you're not going to be getting data from a megaship. It's as simple as that. But while you don't need it, I do also have the wake scanner, which I use quite a bit around here, because you get a lot of orcas, belugas, what have you, all flying around near this thing. So I can scan the wakes and try and get some fucking smoky eyes. Try and get some data mined wake, whatever they're called. Exceptions, there you go. I've got 23 of them, which isn't exactly a terrible amount. It's not brilliant, but it's not awful. I mean, I've certainly got enough materials to fully upgrade or fully engineer a ship from scratch, maybe even 2 ships from scratch. And there's definitely one ship that I want to do. Which reminds me, there's something else that people have been saying that is a bug in the game, but for once it actually isn't. Once I've done this data mining, I'll show you what it is. But if I say the system in particular, or the system in question is Inor, that probably tells a fair few of you what that supposed bug is. I have got a window open. I don't know why I'm getting all this smoke in my eyes. Right, so here we are. Now, so first thing I need to do is synthesise some bits. 10 iron, 10 nickel. I think I'll just about handle that. So first thing then we want to do is scan the mega ship. Right, scan done. And if we look under contacts when we get in range, we should have a load of the various sections that we can access. And we want a hackable data transmitter. And this ship has 2 of them. If it will let me actually select the second one. There we go. It has to be within 350 for the scan to work. There we go. Right, so scan that. Doesn't take long. And now that we scan that, we have the limpet docking point. Now this is where I need to engage the silent running. At least I think I do. Maybe if you've done this before, let me know if it's necessary or not. I think it is, but anyway. So we'll launch the limpet as well. I need to get ready with the old heatsink.
Warning, temperature critical. Recon limpet, link established.
Right, hack is nearly done. There we go.
Heatsink deployed. Thermal signature.
I wish there was a way of checking what I got. So I've definitely got modified embedded firmware, unusual encrypted files, classified scan data banks. Take the encryption. One of those anyway was full, but the rest were fine. You can get as many as 10 different items from one scan, or you can get as little as 2. But what's behind this? Right, and now we just repeat that.
Shields online.
Right, here we go.
Programming control. Shields offline. Silent running. Warning. Temperature critical. Recon limpet. Link established.
There we go. Job done.
Heatsink deployed.
Well, whatever I got there,
Signature restored.
that was, yeah, none of those were already filled. That's not bad. And that's it. That's all you need to do for, oops,
Thermal signature
That's all you need to
restored.
do to hack data from a megaship. And there are no shortage of megaships around now. So, yeah, fill your boots. Are there any... that's the nearest one. As you can see, oh, there you go, data mine wake exception straight away. Well, that's certainly handy. So I'm up to what, 26 now? Yeah, there we go. So that's all you need to do for hacking megaships. It's a doddle. So yeah, I quite like doing that. And then you just save and exit to main menu and reload. Just keep repeating over and over until you run out of limpets. Right. Next thing then that I was going to show is Inor. Why is it constantly making the sound as if I'm only just opening this? Another glitch? Possibly. Anyway, yeah, that would help. Right, let's head here. So on the forums, loads of people were all complaining that the unauthorised structure or illegal structure or whatever, however it's described, they're all saying, oh, it's not there anymore. It must be another fucking bug. It is still there. It never got removed. It's just that starts fuel scoop.
Fuel scooping.
It's just that at first you can't see it. It's out of range. So we head towards the convoy beacon, which is pretty close to that particular structure. Obviously I've been here since 3.3, so I've already mapped the Earth-like world that's right there. What is it? The Maodun. I'm sure I've slaughtered that pronunciation. But this is what my next ship is going to be. It's dedicated purely towards coming to Isinor and raiding this place when it shows up. I can't remember what the range is before it finally appears. I thought I might have actually seen it by now. Well, I want to head into this signal anyway because this can be a good place to pick up a rare data type, the abnormal compact emissions. You don't get it every time, but it does appear. So that signal, there we are, unauthorised installation, so it is still there. It's on the other side of the planet. So it looks like it doesn't appear in the list here, but yeah, we just saw it is there. Right, so we'll drop out here. So you just do a basic scan of these three. And although, say, you don't get it every time, but there are plenty of times when you get absolutely fuck all. Looks like this might be one of those times. Yep, absolutely fucking nothing from any of those. But sometimes, anyway, you can get there's the unauthorised installation now. But yeah, you can get abnormal compact emissions data from them. We'll get out of the range of this Type 9 and the two anacondas that are with it.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Now I can't decide what ship I will be getting as far as, you know, the one I'll be using just to come to this place and constantly raid it, bearing in mind that you will often be up against Federal corvettes and Imperial cutters. It's not somewhere where you can turn up in a, I don't know, a hauler. Speaking of can't make up my mind, I mentioned that I will be starting a squadron. I cannot decide on the name of it. So any of you have any suggestions as to what to call it, and if I like one, I'll start the squadron, or form it anyway, at the end of this vid. Taking an awful long time to drop from this. There we are. And it finally shows up. That looked realistic, didn't it? So we're out of range of the ships from around here. There they are. They're all fighting each other. So yeah, there's an Imperial cutter, 2 Imperial cutters, 2 Federal corvettes, 2 anacondas, and for some reason I don't really fancy going up against them in a Python. I also obviously only want to go up against the wanted members. Don't tell me it's going to be this fucking... yeah, here we go. Do I want to go up against a cutter in a Python? Well, I've got 2 Federal corvettes there to help me out, so I might get away with it. Here we go.
Target shields offline.
It's not like I can miss a ship that size.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Wow.
Under attack.
That was despite the fact I forgot to put power to weapons, but that's in gone already.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's see what materials he's dropped. Should be some decent ones. Should be. I do need chemical manipulators. I'll tell you now, me going after materials is not exciting viewing, so talk amongst yourselves for a bit while I do this. Shielding sets, I'll show you full of them. Refined focus crystals and regular ones that I don't need. I did notice there was a grade 5 there, the proto-radiolic alloys. I'll definitely have those. I got 33 of them. I do 33 of them isn't exactly a terrible amount. It's just that 36 is better. Oh, this will fill up proto-light alloys, so I'll have them as well. Doesn't look like there's much here though, in terms of other enemy ships. Oh yes there is, they're just out of range. So this is almost like another conflict zone. There we go. And I've got all of that other stuff. So, no, that Imperial Cutter I think is going to be friendly. Yeah.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Red Corvette. Yeah, so what's going on over here? See the weapons fire. So it's not lone gang or whatever it is, gang members. Yeah, it's the other lot. The Gould gang members, they're the ones that I need to attack, but there aren't any here. So, well, I took out one anyway. But anyway, so yeah, the unauthorised installation, it is still there. So I don't know what people are fucking banging on about. Oh, what a surprise. Okay, while we're getting out of range, let's see what I've missed in the chat here. Right, what stopped you finishing off the final few tracks in F1 2018? The over-aggressive AI that keeps ramming you off. I just got sick to death of it. I tend to go to the Jameson crash site for the data there and use traders to get every other data type. I've never been to the Jameson crash site, and but yeah, I mean the data that I get from hacking the megaship, I always end up trading that. So I mean that part, yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm much too much of a lazy fucking cunt. I can't be bothered to go and look for specific items. Right, similar drill for manufactured materials. Yeah, and I just go any high grade emissions signal, providing it's not about 10,000 light seconds away. I just go there, and that's. At the very least, I can then trade it for something. I haven't figured out a lazy man's way of raw material. No, I don't think there is one. Material farming is easy with fumaroles, etc. being easily located. Yeah, I've been to a few, but right, squad name. How about engaged? Yeah, any mention of gauge? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. What's that one? My Equerry Dwarf. Doll. I can't. As you can see, I can't even pronounce that, let alone anything else. Right, I think we're now far enough away. has Aurora got one of those contact options where you can just cash in bounties from other systems? I can't remember what it's called now. And I can't remember if it has it or not anyway.
Frameshift drive charging.
We'll soon find out. Can you imagine John Gates playing this, especially now with the new Discovery scanner? Fucking hell.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Now, actually, yeah, I've just remembered something. Mentioning raw materials there, I've seen on the bug reports that the old bug of recalling your ship, but it doesn't land, it just hovers in the air. Yeah, apparently that's back. So I first encountered that about 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, and here it is again. So I don't know for sure, I haven't encountered it yet, but have I really been doing this for over an hour already? Okay, now.
We prepared a landing pad for your arrival, Commander. Welcome to our station. Request approved. Set down on landing pad 07.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, I saw that jump as well. I don't think they're ever going to fix that.
Touchdown confirmed. Clear to disembark.
Okay, might as well. Is there anything? No. Right, what about here? Is it the mercenary? Yes, that's it. It's the interstellar factors, that's it. Right. I don't care, it's 25% loss. I mean, it's not as if I am desperate for credits. Seeing as the old fumaroles, or however you pronounce them, got mentioned. So in the old Codex, obviously I haven't been outside the inner Orion spur since 3.3 went live. So I'm up to 57 on here. I can't believe I've not been to an O-type star yet. The Herbig, none of the carbon stars, or the Wolfram, but or a neutron. But yeah, I've been to all the others there. As far as the gas giants, yeah, neither of the helium-rich or the water giants yet. And with the terrestrials, no ammonia planet, and yeah, no metal-rich planet with atmosphere. I can't believe I haven't found one of them yet. With the biological, so yeah, I've only found yeah, the sulfur dioxide type. Yeah, I found it in Cook. But yeah, the water and the silicate vapor, I know, you know, you just click on it and you go, actually Bowl, that's not far from where I usually am, usually based. I tend to stick around Lyre Bees, and Bowl is quite close to that, so so ice geysers I found, lava spouts, obviously Lagrange clouds, and the Q-type anomaly that was inside it. Also the metallic crystals were inside them as well, so I found those ones and flavorless ones, but not the other two types. With the barnacles, I've only actually found the barbs because I was at one of the Thargoid, you know, ground structures. I didn't actually go to any of the barnacles yet, but I will. And yeah, I found the bark mouths. This system, which I forgot, shouldn't have clicked on it. Anyway, there's about 5 different bark mound locations on that planet, so yeah, you'll have no trouble finding them. And as yet, I haven't actually gone looking for any of the others at the moment. Though you've seen in earlier videos, I've already seen the anemones, as they're now referred to, and I've also seen the brain trees. Phone's gone out. And then xenological, it's all of them, but I haven't seen all of the variants of the Thargoid interceptors yet. So I've basically seen the Basilisk and a wrecked ship, but not any of the others yet. And with the scouts so far, yeah, it's just the Marauder. I haven't been, you know, I haven't got to any of those. I think that's it as far as the variants on this page goes. Yeah, all the rest is just like the one. And then with Guardians, of course, there's no variants with any of those, so that's all filled as well. So yeah, I did a bit of discovering. Right, I don't know what the fuck to do next. Let's have a look at the chat again. Fastest way to find USS HE is to scan at the nav beacon instead of using FSS. Yeah, I heard someone mention that, so it might be worth a shot. I know a girl called Sharon Lee, what slag she is. She's not from Essex by any chance, is she? There's no shortage of Sharons around this part of the country. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go back to, where is it? Getting the right ship first. If I'm flying from system to system, I prefer to do it in something that's faster than a Python, so we'll go back into the ASP. I know what I'll do. Obviously I haven't tried the Mamba yet since it had its changes made to it in this update. So let's go and give that an airing. I've got to remember where Ulysses is. I think that's it. Yep, there it is. Alright, so that's where the Mamba's kept. How many jumps? 4. Yeah, I forgot to sell those. I don't think that's going to make any difference to the jump range somehow. It sounds like it's made some difference. Still 4 jumps though. Right.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing coupler disengaged. Watch for oncoming traffic with
Cobra Mark
passes
4.
airlock.
I have noticed that NPC AI has really been dumbed down. And the fact that that particular NPC has thought, right, what's the best ship for me? I know, the Cobra Mark 4. Yeah, that's the clearest indication that the AI is as thick as pig shit that I've seen yet.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are clear of the station. Have a safe trip, Commander.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is being slow again. There we go.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, while we're doing that, should be some planets here to check out, yes, including at least 3 gas giants.
Fuel scooping complete.
Class 1. I was hoping it would be something a bit more exciting. And now all the moons, which normally I would never have bothered with, but you know, now. Right, let's look at those. Nothing around B. Hang on, there's a signal there. Another class 1. Let's see what we got as far as moons here. I know they're all going to be worthless crap, but it all adds up. Oops. There we go. Right, so there's another 6 somewhere. But they're all behind. Yes, they are. I don't really want to leave any planets unscanned, so see, there's no way I would have gone the 12,888 light seconds before to scan this, no matter what it is. high metal content world. Big fucking deal. Right, there's you. This must be the last one. There's only 4 more, 3 more.
System scan
There we
complete.
go. Right, let's piss off to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Gone out.
4, 3, 2.
Maybe I should have tried that first.
Fuel scooping.
Have I scanned everything here? One way to find out. No. Right, here we go. There shouldn't be too many to do here.
Fuel scooping complete.
I see body's fucking worthless. What else we got? Oh, well, if they're all around B, then that will probably explain why I didn't bother scanning them. The fact that they're icy bodies is for the reason as to why I didn't. What are these signals here then? Oh, they must just all be closer to... Oh, it's just fucking, yeah, clusters. Right. One more after this, I think I just saw it. Over here, yeah.
System scan
There we
complete.
go. How many more jumps? 2. Now that Mamba, I've not yet taken it into combat at all, let alone after this update where its
Frameshift drive
heat
charging.
has been increased slightly. So I think I'll take it to the nav beacon and see what these ships turn up there. Now this system I'm in here,
Fuel scooping.
I haven't been here for a fucking long time, but I know I have been here before because this system, which I think did a Rengu, or however you pronounce it, and the one where the Mamba is actually based in Ualuskas, that was the first like trade route I had when I first started playing the game, because this area of space was a bit cuntish and I couldn't get away from just this like small cluster of about 12 systems until I firstly got a Cobra and secondly got a frameshift drive with you know, the range. Because back then they weren't throwing credits about like confetti. you did actually have to put some effort in to get the credits you needed. So it took me a little while to be able to get out of this small area. And yes, did a Rengu to Ualuscus. That was the trade route that I had. Pretty sure there's pretty sure there's nothing particularly valuable in the way of sister planets here. No, so won't bother doing any surface mapping. That's it, the only ship in the area. Well, the good news then, at least, is that the conflict zones being all around docking stations issue seems to have gone, so that must have been a server side issue. Although, let's have a look, I'm wondering if their solution has been to temporarily remove all conflict zones, because they were absolutely everywhere. Since then, I don't think I've seen any. So it's not really a fix as such.
Landing gear deployed.
I always overshoot whenever I'm in the fucking asp, which I'm sure I'm going to do in the Mamba as well. Right, let's see, I know I've got some data that I can sell here.
Contact. Deploying ground services.
There you go, so nearly 1 million from 3 systems. Right, let's jump in the Mamba then. So obviously this is fully A-rated, it's also been fully engineered. So it's as fast as it's going to be when I'm using it anyway. Just give you a quick rundown of the outfitting. Yes, it is black. No, I didn't pay for the paint job, I got it free. So hard points, so class 4 cannon, 2 class 3 beam lasers. I haven't even bothered using the small hard points because it's just not worth it. You know, even if you put you know, class 1 rail guns on there, my aim is not that brilliant. I'm totally reliant on gimbaled weapons. And in a ship that's this fast, I just can't see me ever being able to, you know, be accurate enough to use railguns. So I just figured, well, there's no point putting anything in them, so I left them as they are. all shield boosters there, so 6 of them. Core internals, yeah, obviously. I haven't bothered changing the armour. In fact, yeah, I forgot to do any modding of that. Core internal, optional internals rather. You haven't exactly got a great deal of choice as far as this thing goes. There aren't very many of them, so it does have cargo capacity, but it doesn't have any shield cell banks. I don't know if I'm going to live to regret that or not. If I do fit shield cell banks to it though, I'm definitely going to have to get rid of one of my shield boosters and put a heat sink launcher on. Now, while I'm here, because I bookmarked, yeah, heavy duty armour, which does increase mass, but the mass of my hull is 0, I might as well mod this. So, okay, it won't have the experimental, but, you know, I can always do that later on. Why does armour upgrades here heavy? Why does it need shielding sensors? It's not shield you know, engineering. It's armour. Compound shielding for the grade 5. I'm sure it makes sense to somebody. But that somebody sure as fuck isn't me. One more. Yeah, that'll do. So that now means that my armour health 544, explosive, well, all the resistances have improved. They're still shit, but nevertheless 991 shield health isn't too bad, so yeah. Right, oh yeah, something else I forgot to check. Jump range 29.57, so it doesn't even do 30 light years, and that's with a Guardian FSD booster. Right, okay, clearly we have to launch before I can select the nav beacon. Now, the speed this thing goes, I'm likely to pilot this like an absolute fucking sack of shite. Then that probably applies to every ship in the game. The other thing is, this ship is quite a noisy fucker as well. So I was already speeding, you know, it's nowhere near the blue. Right, so let's see what the new max speed is. This is with A-rated thrusters and grade 5 dirty drive tuning with drag drive experimentals, 505.
Safe travels, Commander.
Went to 619. I think 619 is the top. Yeah, it won't go higher than 619. 619 isn't fast enough for you, you've got to be doing something wrong. Alright, here we go. Now, I mean, with a grade, or a class 4 cannon and 2 class 3 beam lasers, I should be doing okay in combat, you know, I shouldn't exactly be struggling. So before we do, let's just have a quick catch up on the chat, see if there's anything here. John Gage playing. I asked him that on his live streams. Asked him why not play modern games. He said modern games are not interesting. He only enjoys the retro ones. Yeah. With so much money, do you not want a better drive to go further, or are you saving up for something? A better drive in what way? And on what ship? All of my ships have A-rated frameshift drives, and they've all had the range increase engineer mod, and they also all have the mass manager experimental, so I can't improve the range too much more. They've also all got Guardian FSD boosters. I can't fit the grade 5s to all of them because with some I have much more important things that I want to fit. So if I have a spare optional internal that has nothing else to go in there, then yeah, that's where I fit the FSD booster. It's not really a priority. If you are referring to the Mamba though, the Mamba is going to have a shitty jump range no matter what. It only has, is it class 4 FSD? Yeah, class 4. So it's never going to be, great, the jump range on this thing. Well, 0 pips to engines because I'll be at attack speed. It's going to be a hell of a lot faster though than I'm used to when it comes to attacking anything. You hear that in the background? So this fucking glitches back as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. And it stopped. I wanted Type 7. Well, as I say over and over again, never waste the opportunity to destroy, whether it's Type 6, Type 7, Type 9, Type 10. Over you.
Target shields offline.
Missed with the cannon.
Frameshift charge detected.
Okay. A harmless Type 7 is not really a good test for Jesus Christ, this is going to be something, trying to stay within the speed to collect these safely. Right, get some more of these. I actually forgot all about the fact that I can use this to pick up more materials. It's not that I am very low on them, but you know, you can't have too many. Yes, there are 2 grade 4s, and there's also conductive ceramics around here. Now I am constantly running out of those, so conductive ceramics I definitely need. I say as I'm going around picking up chemical manipulators. Well done, isn't it? Okay, I'll take the heat dispersion plate. I'm pretty sure that last one was it shield emitters. If it is, I've definitely got. I can't pick up any more of those. Yeah, it was. Oh no, I can still pick some of them up. Oh, well.
Scan detected.
Right, John Hollis. Didn't he used to play football for Chelsea? And then later Arsenal. He's only in a fucking Eagle. Barely worth it.
Cargo scoop retracted.
He is in Leeds.
Target shields offline. Frame shift charge detected.
What's he gonna drop?
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I think I need all of those.
Cargo
Yeah,
scoop
this isn't going to be very interesting viewing, I suspect, because I can't fucking see. Yeah, I'm going to be picking up an awful lot of materials, so I say that as if, you know, any other part of this video has been interesting. Tempered alloys I'm certainly low on. Why I have so few of those? I think it's just that they don't show up very often, because I don't know if I do any engineer mods that use them. Right, well, I'll get the last shield emitter and then I'm filled up with those. And yeah, I flew right through that because I was going too fast. Instead of picking it up, or rather instead of, like, I would have thought it being destroyed, it flies right through you.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Right, let's go back to the beacon and see if other ships are in the area. Eagles just showed up. Went out of range anyway. Okay, let's have a look what else we got here. Cobra. Clean. Oh, another type 7. Right, okay, let's have a look at this cunt. Oh, yeah, okay. Another wanted type 7. I'm doing alright here. I think the type 7 is the ugliest looking ship in the entire game. So I do take immense pleasure from destroying these fucking things. Yeah, my old cannon, the shot is a lot slower than usual because I had that experimental, what are the force shell experimental feet to it. Get out. Now he's just going to fly straight towards me. God, he felt that one. Like he knocked him backwards. I thought the power distributor on this ship was pretty good. I've even got it weapons focused. But I think I've got it weapons focused anyway.
Target destroyed.
Right. well, I'll definitely pick up his conductive ceramics and conductive polymers, but for the sake of sparing anyone watching this crap, that's all I'll pick up. But I definitely want those, so... Fuck it. Can I fuck that up anymore? Okay, somehow I got away with it. Where's the next one? Down here. Yeah, I wish the lighting, the new lighting in the game didn't cause such bright reflection. Right, Lucas Lucky Pearl. I'll go and check him out afterwards. That looked like that, yeah. Yeah. Sounds like old Lucas Lucky Pearl there is already under attack. I think he is. Oh, time to add to his problems.
Target shields offline.
Fly around with the cargo scoop and probably don't help either.
Target cargo dropped.
And that's it. Obviously going to drop.
Target destroyed. Scan detected.
Okay, he didn't drop those. Proto-light, oh, I'm full with those now, aren't I? Yeah. Focus crystals full, phase alloys full, flawed focus crystals. Might as well.
Deployed. Scan detected.
Doesn't seem to be any other decent ships in the area, so 28. Time to get those. So I'm so used to picking up materials in like something like my Imperial Cutter, in which case when they're down to 17% it's touch and go as to whether or not I can actually collect them in time. Oh, killback, right, can't be wanted.
Cargo scoop retracted.
I think the killback is easily the worst ship in the game. Type 7 is the ugliest, you fucking asshole. That's it, the only other ships in the area are currently security. So how fast can we catch up to the nav beacon then? Going full pelt. Yeah, the ridiculous thing about this is that on the forums you will see people complaining that the Mamba is too slow, and I wish I could say I'm making that up. I'm not. That is genuinely what they are saying. It's not fast enough. What a fucking bunch of pricks. You know, if this isn't fast enough for you, then, you know, what speed will be good enough? You know, and doing super cruise levels of speed when you're, you know, in normal flight mode. Is that your idea of, you know, actually being fast enough? That's what it fucking... fucking looks like. It's all going to be this just constantly jousting to and fro at the moment until he buggers off. And yeah, you know what? He's only a fucking. They were trying to scan me while we were engaged in combat. Yeah, Samantha Starglow, what are you hauling? That was while I was attacking them. Is this gonna... I was going to say, is that the best I'm going to get? But I'm not even getting that. Asp Explorer. Okay. Can't be wanted. Right, well there's not much happening here at the moment. Let's have a look at what's been happening in the chat. Probably not a lot there either. Go and take the Mamba to a combat zone, finish on a high. I don't know if there are any combat zones in the game at the moment. I say they used to be in every single system. Now that after it was discovered this update and conflict zones seem to be around docking stations, I haven't seen it. It's like they've temporarily removed them all. So I don't know what the fuck, that's it. Okay, I've got to go for the night. I really enjoyed it for the past couple of years. Okay, well at least someone did. Type 7s deserve to die all. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I do get a great deal of pleasure from destroying Type 7s. I actually enjoy destroying Type 7s more than Type 9s or Type 10s. I moved to Japan last year and can't play in open since this new patch. I can't get to the missions anymore. Screw FDev. So their updates fuck up just as much, if not more, than they fix. It's been that way for years. It's a fucking pain in the arse, but I can't say I'm surprised by it.
Target shields offline.
God dear, the old... He definitely tried to ram us there. Fucking chaff. I definitely need to get some practice in with the old fixed weapons, because so many ships now use chaff at the first sign of trouble. Right, filament composites, I do need those. I forget what, I know it's for synthesis that I use them for.
Mission objective detected.
And that's another one. Mission objective detected. I am not doing any missions of any kind. It keeps cropping up all the time. When we come out of I'm following that one, but yeah, I'm not letting him go unscanned. Can't be wanted. Yeah, once we leave here, it will even have a signal source there saying, hey, cunt, saying, mission objective, even though there isn't a mission that I'm doing. So the other one is when I'm entering a planet and I'm getting into orbital cruise, I then get the safe disengage ready message coming up, because your speed drops to below 100 meters per second or whatever it is. No, it will be more than that, won't it? You don't do 100 meters per second in super cruise. Oh, this looks interesting. Yeah, he's in a wing. Okay. That's some of you. That's some of all three of you. He did not take much. Where did the others go? They went... they were no longer showing as enemies as soon as I destroyed one of them. Well, am I gonna... No, I can't even find the other one. Wanted kill back, you're not getting away, you cunt. Fucking jumping again. Okay, he's only a novice, so it's not exactly a challenge. Well, none of the ships around here are facing a challenge.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Is this Mamba going to be wanted? I've already destroyed quite a few Mambas, but yeah, you fucker. But not when I'm in a Mamba of my own. I suppose this is the other one who's in the wing with the Mamba, isn't it? No, but he is clean. Well, I do need basic conductors and those conductive ceramics, so I'll grab these. Yeah, I've been doing all this combat with my cargo scoop still open. See, I'm so used to the bigger, slower ships that to me this ship still feels like it's going really fast, and I've got the cargo scoop still open, so it's actually nowhere near as fast as it could be. I don't know if I'm going to use the Mamba very often. I can just about see the display. Chemical processors full, mechanical equipment. Well, that's pretty close by, so I might as well pick it up. Was that a shot I just saw in the background there? No, it was a ship buggering off. Right, so shielding sensors, okay. Mind you, they're a fair distance away. So this ship, with its cargo scoop open, goes faster than a stock, well, a number of stock vessels. Goes faster than the stock Asp Explorer. This should be interesting, trying to pick this up, seeing as I've just bashed it. Got it. Okay, shield emitters full. And well, there you go. Now, thing is, when this happens, although it's come up as you know, I can connect, most of the time it doesn't actually even attempt to connect it. Let's see if this patch has done anything to fix that. Somehow I doubt it, but actually worked. Now obviously I've got no materials and that in the area, but we do have a kill back. Who's clean? Okay, let's try the Vulture. Dedicated combat ship. If it is wanted, it could be interesting, but it isn't. Right, well, I just noticed that it's 9 o'clock, so I've been doing this for 2 hours, and I do try to limit this to 2 hours for each one. So, how much did I make? 213,000. Not exactly a fortune. But, yeah, let's just head back to the docking station then.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3.
So, yeah, anybody then got any ideas for the discovered mission related source? So even though I've been disconnected and reconnected again, it's still saying that. There it is, 296,000. Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, so anybody sort of any ideas for the squadron name? I mean, obviously the squadron is going to be Lukozer's cunts, but I can't I can't call it that in the, when I'm actually setting it up. And also, if anybody has any suggestions as for something that I can actually do in this game next time I do a live stream of it. I don't yet know if the next live stream will be this or No Man's Sky. I'm not even sure I'll be doing one next week because of course next week it will be Boxing Day and I suspect everyone will be too fucking hungover. 2-2, okay, it's not right at the front for that. So landing gear down, even then, if I go into the blue, I'm speeding this fucking thing. Yeah, it's just so much faster than I'm fucking used to. Integrity is fine, but as I'm going to be changing ship, I might as well. What am I doing? There we go. So we're up to 2,015,156,772. Right, let's see what's happening here. Lukozer's Lazy Louse. Well, now we've got here Lukozer's Heroes. Just sent you a link on Steam. Great mining tip. I'll have a check on that in a sec. Lukozer's Lazy. Now, see, all this thing about Lukozer's Lazy. See, I came up with the name of the procrastinators. With the tagline, "We can do it tomorrow." I wasn't sure about doing that or not. So Be Quick might get nerfed quickly. Yeah, it could well do. The fact that someone has made a video of it means that Frontier Developments are now aware of it and. Yeah, I was also thinking about something to do with hippos, but you know, I'll come up with something anyway. It will definitely be before the weekend, and I'll do a video showing all the info on there, so that anyone then who wants to join it will know exactly what to look for. It's never likely to have a huge number of members. In fact, the chances are, if there's two, it'll be doing well. It won't. I'm not interested in any of the role playing. I mean, with all of these things, if you want to roleplay, you know, go ahead. Just because you're in, if you do join, just because you happen to be in this particular squadron, doesn't mean you can't do any of the things that, you know, I'm saying. I know there are a lot of people who, you know, take the game way too seriously. So even though I'm going to have, you know, bounty hunters, explorers, traders and miners, but if you do any of those, you know, you can still come along. Then the availability, well, I'll put weekdays and weekends, actually I'll put all three. Attitude's relaxed. With me in charge, the chances are it's definitely not going to be family orientated. The play style is PvE. I say I don't like PvP at all, and I'm not really into the roleplay thing. Again, if you want to do any of that, feel free. Doesn't matter what language you speak. Game mode, you can play in any of the game modes, and I won't have any of the power play characters selected, but if you really want to do power play, you know, if you are one of the 3 people who still does it, then, you know, go right ahead. So yeah, just because it's not in, you know, or it's different to what I have selected here, my superpower will be Empire, but the miners powers and all that, they'll be left blank. So, you know, I mean, it's basically a case of, it's going to be a collection of players who basically do their own thing. You know, we don't go out of our way to help people. I'm not interested in any of this, you know, one squadron taking on another squadron and we're going to, you know, force you out of whatever system you're in. We don't have a home system, you know, it's wherever the players are. That's it, you know. Obviously we can pass info, you know, if you find something useful and you think other people may want to check it out, then yeah, you can let them know through the squadron chat, except apparently that's not working yet. But that's it. So, you know, I mean, yes, okay, I'm sure there will be times when various members can wing up if they want to and do whatever it is they're going to do, but there's no obligation to do anything at all. You're never going to have me saying, right, today we're going to do blah blah blah, and if you don't do it, you're out. You can bet your life there'll be some squadrons that are like that. This won't be one of them. The only stipulation is, don't be a cunt. If you're going to start griefing people, you'll get kicked out. If you know your status within the squadron is oh so important, you get kicked out because it's for people who do not give a fucking monkey's toss. As simple as that. So yeah, I'll get this set up by the weekend. So, you know, have a look on the channel probably by Friday evening, and there will be a video up that's, you know, talking about or showing you what the squadron name is, and yeah, just send me the request in the game. The one stipulation, I'm hopeless at remembering what players' commanders' names are here and what their names are in YouTube. So write in the comments either on this video or the particular squadron video when it goes up. Just write in what your commander name is so that I know, you know, who you are, because if I don't recognise the name, I'm not going to accept it. You know, I'm not going to have just random people going, you know, turning up, because for all I know they may end up being a fucking cunt and I'll just have to kick them out again. Right, so before I log off, let's have a check on oh, shyster hippos, misspelled on purpose. Yeah. Well, I always spell shyster S-H-Y. I don't know if that's right or not. Squad ID obviously has to be burp. Well, actually, yeah, that would be quite apt. I have an idea for the squad squad ID, but it's the Cupid stunt. So yeah, that one will get censored. But again, it's you know, like I say, no matter what I call a squadron, we'll all know what it really is called, but I just want to make sure that Frontier Developments can't either, you know, take it down or use their shitty profanity filter, which doesn't work properly anyway. It's far too aggressive. So yeah, I'll definitely come up with something. So have a look on Friday, and there'll be a video there to let you know, because this is all going on the assumption that anyone's going to want to join it in the first place. Anyway, that will do then. So that is Elite Dangerous. The annoying thing is, this update could have been good, but as always, they fucked it up. The disconnections of the first week, and as you've seen in this video, it's still going on, even though it's not as bad. And there are far too many glitches and bugs throughout the whole fucking thing, and it's annoying because it could have been good. There are things in this I like. Although I didn't show it, I think the night vision feature, I think that has been brilliantly done. It works really well. I like the way it's been implemented. So yeah, I can actually say there is a feature in this that I think is great. Not just, yeah, it's not bad, it actually is great. When was the last time I said that about something in Elite Dangerous? It's been a long fucking time. So yeah, that is it then. There could well be one next week, even though it will be Boxing Day. So at this moment in time, I don't know if it's going to be Elite Dangerous or if it will be No Man's Sky. It may even be the lights on and off icon. That is a great feature. I can't believe it's taken them this long to finally implement that. Mind you, they could also do with putting one on for the night vision, because a number of times I've switched it on and then forgot all about it while I'm in Super Cruise until I arrive on another planet again. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know if the next one will be No Man's Sky or Elite Dangerous, but obviously you'll see when it goes up next week. So that is this one done. So now it's me going away.